All right, everybody, what's up? It's your favorite Seth Feroce here with my new giant whiteboard to explain how to get big shoulders. So it being a little chilly outside, it's that time of year whenever I just like to get nice and fat and happy, thick and big. And you see me make all these different workouts on the YouTube channel. And my big thing is I continuously say the same things over and over, but I've never actually drawn it out and like shown exactly what I'm talking about. So here comes a demonstration for shoulders. We're gonna go into the gym after this, so we'll get through the tutorial, talk through the workout, and then go demonstrate some shit. All right, for the first step of this all is you need to decide what exactly do you wanna look like. Or, in another different way of looking at it, what sucks on you? What do you suck at? You cannot lie to yourself about this. Like, you have to be able to visualize the physique that you want to attain. You have to have a set goal in your mind before you just go jumping into a workout. You need to figure out exactly what you want to look like, and then what you actually look like, and how to get there. And those are some of the hard things to get through, so you have to be honest with yourself. For me, it's like, I want to have that dominant look. I want big traps, I want big swooping sides on my delts, I want a big thick upper chest, and fucking man bear pig status. In my head, that's what I want, a cartoon-esque look, like Jack here. Those are the things that run through my head. So my next thing is how am I going to attain them? How do I do it? What do I look like right now? Stop the video, go look in the mirror and go, fuck. Or, man, I look good. You can't lie to yourself about this. You have to be honest, and you have to have a visual in your head of what you want to look like. You know, for right here, for me, it's like, okay, big traps. Like, I want the big traps, and I want the swooping sides, and I want to see this insertion right here, right on the trap. So whenever I come down from big thick traps right into there off a big swooping shoulder, give it that big dominant look from the front. Right here, the insertion from the side into the tricep, cartoon-esque look. You're like, fuck dude, nice and swollen, juicy. What is it that you want out of it? And what do you look like right now? And how do you get it? That's what we're gonna get to. Or from the side. Whenever you're looking from the side, you see the insertion from the tricep into the side delt. That look. And then up here, the 7 on the back of your rear delts. So right here on your rear delts, it's one of the most commonly asked questions, how do I get big rear delts? But you want to attain this look. So that add-on muscle right there, and you can see it's like a backward 7. So it has that, so it sticks out, gives it that nice dominant look. And if you have bigger rear delts, you're gonna have a bigger look from the front as well, because it's gonna push forward, you're gonna hang. That's your goal. It's the winter time, I'm ready to pack on some weight. Back to the basics. So, and of course everybody wants to have bigger triceps and bigger arms, and all that comes together, but you gotta focus on one body part at a time. Take this one workout at a time. Day by day, body part by body part, building the basics, because you have to build a foundation in order to get chiseled. You can't carve a pebble. You need to add the weight, you need to move some weight, you need to eat the fucking food, you need to get it. So for basics, if your sides suck, they're just not. You look like you go from your neck, and then like you have a little bit of traps, and then like you see from right there on your collarbone, it just drops off. It's like whoop, or they're just rounded, and you don't have any thickness or meat there. So you can't lie about that. And now you need to prioritize the workout to be geared around your side delts. If you just go into your workout and expect to get somewhere from doing 4 sets of sides, 10 reps each one, and this is all you're gonna do for side delts, you're fucked. You are not prioritizing your side delts to be a priority to make them grow. In my opinion, you need to hit them 2 times in the workout. You need to pick 2 exercises in your workout to put in there somewhere for you to hit your side delts. You need to make them a priority in your workout. And then during your workout, you need to execute with purpose and intensity. And then same thing goes. Say you have shitty rear delts and you're doing bent over rear delt raises for 3 sets at 12 reps. Does anybody in here think that you're gonna get big rear delts with that? No, it's not going to happen. You didn't even make them a priority in your workout. And then you're like, well, I hit them twice a week. So if you hit them twice a week, you do shoulders twice a week, and you're only doing 3 sets of 12 reps each workout, you got 6 sets the whole week? Can't do it, it's not gonna work. You need to make them a priority. For this workout, we're gonna focus on sides. We're gonna say basics, your sides suck, we need you to get a nice dominant look. That means that we're not going to neglect the rear delt and we're not going to neglect the front delt, but we're going to make sides the priority. So we want to hit side delts 2 times, and we want to do it effectively. That's the next part. We're going to go into the gym and demonstrate all of this stuff so you can see on how to properly do everything. All right, so if we need to hit side delts twice, this is my go-to workout. The whole goal here is that all of this basic stuff, it doesn't matter if you're a beginner, intermediate, advanced, professional, all of these things work. I ate all this food. Now is the time whenever I get to put it all to work. Everything that you do in here needs to be done with a fucking purpose. You need to be into it. So, very basic. We need to hit side delts twice. We go and we have side laterals right there, and we have cable side raises right there. There's our 2 times. Right there. So we're going to do dumbbell side lateral raises. We're going to do seated dumbbell presses, which I think is the best overall press for overall shoulder development that you can do. You have barbell presses, you have Smith machine presses. For this, we're going to do dumbbells. Seated bent over rear delt raises, right here. Cable side raises, we're going to make sure that we keep tension. Push blood, a couple different ways to do them. We'll demonstrate. Front raises. I prefer the dumbbell front raises because there's a variation of ways to do them to find out what you like. And then optional, lastly, your option is shrugs. You could do shrugs on back day. Me personally, I like them on shoulder day, and I like to do them with dumbbells. Barbells are still effective. This full workout is in the bio, so go check it out. It'll be explained on different variations on how to, the sets and the reps, so go check out the workout. The goal here with the workout is for you to feel it. You can't just go through the motions. So, check out the bio for the full workout. Let's go fuck some shit up in the gym. All right, in the gym, getting all warmed up before every single workout. I like to do a little bit of light stretching, and then I like to just start to get to all the blood flow. We're doing shoulders, so I work out, I do some light sides, do some push-ups. I want my body to begin sweating before I begin the actual workout. That way, once I start the first exercise, right into it. All right, blood's flowing, now I'm feeling good. We're gonna demonstrate on side raises, dumbbell side raises. The goal here, we wanna get the side. We want this to be emphasized. We want that look, that cartoon-esque look to go from the trap, rounded side, the tricep out, so that we have a nice cut. So whenever I stand in the mirror and I look at myself, this is what I wanted. I wanted the sides. I want that nice swooping shoulder into my tricep. So, whenever I was doing my learning all of this, it needs to be done, everything is done systematically because I like that look. So whenever I was standing there, I hold the dumbbells here. Whenever you see people do side laterals, there's a number of different ways to do them. I prefer to put my hands right here with the dumbbells. Some people can put them in front of their waist. Some people hold them straight out. I want to put them right here. And when I come up, I want to lead with my elbows. I don't want to lead with my hands. If I lead with my hands, I put too much stress on my shoulder joint and I don't feel it in the muscle. I don't want it in the shoulder joint, I want it in the muscle. We want to utilize these side delts, not your traps, not your back, these. Hold the dumbbells here, and when I come up, I want to lead with my elbows, not with my hands. My hands never go above my elbows. Right here. And I'm going parallel with the ground. I'm not way up here, doing none of that. Puts too much stress on my shoulder joint. I don't like it because I'm gonna start like this because I'm gonna work into using some of the heavier dumbbells. And that's whenever I wanna have a nice stable base. I wanna have my motion. Right there, tension on my delts the whole time. My hand is not going above my elbow. Because if my hand goes above my elbow, you still feel it, but not as effective. My shoulders are like hinges. I'm not using my trap. So I'm not pulling with my traps. None of this. Right here, my hands are below my elbows and my elbows are they're parallel with the ground. Because eventually we want to have that motion down, that form down. In my opinion, there's no way of you getting a big full round look by using light weights. There's 10 different ways to skin a cat. Some people like to do the lighter weight and get a different look. Me, I want to move some fucking weight. I'm eating the food, I'm moving the weight. I want the big, thick, round, juicy look. So, get down. Get it down. Then whenever you start moving some weight, you're in there. Your shoulders are the hinges for this, not your traps. This is the look, that dominant look that you want to attain. Round shoulders. Right here. Dumbbells right here. Dumbbell side raises. My shit. Seated dumbbell shoulder presses. This is my favorite exercise to build overall shoulder development. Really simple to get started. Always start with your seat. Always start with the bench. So me, whenever I'm moving some heavier weights and working into it, I like a slight incline. I like the slight incline because once I move heavier weight, I feel more sturdy. You can go perpendicular, 90 degrees, if you're into using lighter weights, but I'm gonna move into starting to move some heavy weight. This is where I feel most comfortable, and I built that nice round front delt through this. So next, here, up. Whenever I'm here, I do not want these dumbbells to drop down here. It puts too much stress on my shoulder in a negative way. I prefer these dumbbells to go right about the ear height. My arms are perpendicular with the ground. You can go straight up like I am, or bring the dumbbells together. All personal preference. Whenever I start moving some heavier weights with my short arms, the dumbbells are gonna be here anyway, so it's already straight up. I can't go any closer whenever they're working with the 90s and the 100s. Sturdy, strong, get your breathing down. In on the way down, out on the way up. Fuck some shit out. So the third exercise of this workout is seated, bent over, rear delt raises with the dumbbells. With this, I scoop my ass to the edge of this seat. I'm gonna pick the dumbbells up here. Whenever I'm gonna be bent over, and the whole thing here is to just to do a lateral. But again, I'm not gonna allow my hands to flap out. I don't want that. So what happens is here, if people that have dominant traps and weak rear delts, you're gonna end up pulling. They pull with their traps. We don't want that. We want you to do the lateral that you just did. We're gonna do the same thing, but just pull here. Your shoulders are the hinges, not your traps. We do not want your traps to engage. So when I'm looking at myself, I'm bent over, and in the mirror, I can see it in there. Yep, there. So whenever I'm here in the mirror and I'm looking, I can see it. Okay? I do not want my traps, because if I do this, you see me flying away, I'm flapping in the wind. I just want my rear delts to engage. So we're here. No traps. The second that your traps engage, no. Your rear delt is such a small muscle group. We do not need a huge range of motion in order to hit your rear delt. We just need that small motion right there. This is not a back exercise. We're just trying to work that little piece right back there. That's it. Small motion. Very simple. Execute it well with intensity. All right, now we're working into cable side laterals with one hand. You can do them in front of the body or behind the body. I want to make sure that I have complete control, and whenever I do it, I want my arm to stay parallel with the ground. I lead with my elbow, but I'll come out straight with my hand, you'll see. Because I have less weight here. It's not like we're trying to move that big heavy weight. And I'm parallel with the ground. And I'm keeping tension constantly. Tension the whole time from right here all the way to the top, pushing more blood. And the goal Give it all you fucking got. Everything. Start to sweat, pull all the shit out, move. Or behind the back. Now you're gonna see it, you're gonna feel it pull slightly different. You can already see that it pulls on me differently and you'll feel it as well. What is it? Personal preference. Or do both. 2 sets of this, 2 sets of that. 3 sets of this, 3 sets of that. Make sure you're hitting both arms too. From the side, you don't go straight, you step forward so that the cable is directly behind me, pulling like this. Again, my arm is going horizontal with the ground. I don't come all the way up here. I go horizontal with the ground and keep tension the entire time of my side delt. Both are great, but the whole goal, we're hitting sides again for that 3-dimensional look, for that big look that we want in the mirror, that into the trap. Big round sides, so we have that dominant look when we stand and look at ourselves in the mirror. This is what we want. Hitting sides. We did the side laterals, or the dumbbell side raises, and now we're into doing cable side raises. Hit them twice. All right, so we're moving into dumbbell front raises. Now, I choose dumbbells just basic, whether I'm either into a program where I'm trying to gain size or trying to lose weight. I like to grab the dumbbells in the center. Whenever you're doing any of these exercises, where you grab the dumbbell is gonna play a role as well. Because physics, science, it's gonna tell how the weight's gonna be pulled on you. So whether you have your hand all the way back and do your front raise, all the way up, do the front raise, or dead net center, right there, and do your front raise. It's gonna play a little bit of a different role. You'll feel it pull differently as you move the weight. So just keep that in mind, something to experiment with. But for this, we're gonna keep them right in the center, right at the sides. And when we come up, we want to think about squeezing that front delt. Squeezing that front delt. One grip. And then we can also pronate our hands so our palms face the ground. A little bit different. Same exercise, just a little bit different of a variation. Best thing, you know what I'm going to say? Do them both. See what works for you, see what you like. But remember, you can place your hands in a different position. So whenever you come up, slight difference. You can feel a little bit pull differently. I come up, I like to keep my arm parallel with the ground. I don't like to take this above my eyesight. Or above my eyes. I don't like to take the dumbbell and go too high up. It takes the tension off the muscle and it feels uncomfortable in a bad way for me. So here, right down, parallel with the ground. Pronate the hand. See how it feels. Push the blood. Get into it. Watch yourself in the mirror. See the muscles fire. Feel the shit. All right, and finally, we're gonna do shrugs, dumbbell shrugs. I love dumbbell shrugs. I prefer dumbbell over barbell simply because I have a little bit more control, a little bit more range of motion. Whenever you're doing shrugs, don't be afraid to use your grips. In fact, use your grips. Whatever it is that you're using, use these because this is, some people say, oh, you're being a pussy. Here's the thing, I want you to move the weight with your traps. Use these so you get your grip strength up and not be too much of a pussy. I want you to exhaust your traps. We want to get that height. We want to work all the way from up here, all the way down. It's going to give you that nice turtle shell look from the top of your back. So some people have more dominant traps than others. Let's say, so whenever you're here, I want you to stare at yourself in the mirror here. Look at yourself in the mirror and let them hang. Just let them pull. Now, whenever you go to pull up, I don't want you to just, no. This, it still engages them, but I want you to move the fucking weight. So I'm gonna stand to the side. You can see the traps there. I'm gonna slightly bend my arms and jam my traps, my shoulders into my fucking ears. So it's I get a little bit of a hunch. So you can see I get a little bit of a hunch in there. This still works, but I believe that this, the hunch, much more effective. Especially whenever I start moving into some heavy fucking weights and I'm into it and I'm there. Just jam them fuckers up. I want you to go to exhaustion. I want you to do as many shrugs as humanly possible. Just keep going. I don't care if you get 10, I don't care if you get 20, I don't care if you get 30. If you get 30, move up in weight. You get 30 again, move up in weight. Exhaust your shit. Have to. I want you to experiment with it. I want you to try different variations like I just did. But whenever you're starting to move the heavy weight, I want you to let it hang. I want you to let it pull on your traps. And then whenever you're pulling, it's pulling down. All I want you to envision in your head is jamming your shoulders into your ears. If I'm staring at myself in the mirror, there, oh, there it is, you get it. Traps, right there. The gap there, rounded shoulders into the triceps. Jam them out. Fucking A. All right, that's the workout. I hope you learned something. That was the goal here. The whole workout is in the bio. Sets, reps, different variations, different training styles to add some intensity to your workout. Hit the subscribe button, tell your friends. Slap the old lady on the ass, tell her you love her, but don't leave it in too long. That'll make a baby.